It is a championship for the Bedford Bulldogs, 3 in a row.
Johnson serves it in. Great header there, and it's a goal.
Brian O'Brien shot, Bedford goal.
Sees it about the 18, sends it up and over and in. Big shot, Grace Crowder. Will kick, snaps back, kick is up. It looks good. It is good.
It's good.
It is good.
It's good.
Are you ready for some football under the Friday night lights here in Dover? Good evening, I'm Harry Kozlowski, getting ready to bring you the call of Bedford versus Dover. 5-0 versus 3-1. Promises to be a exciting contest. I'm here with Andrew Fenn. Caitlin Fitzgerald is on camera. And we're getting ready to bring you the action here from Dover High Stadium. While we've got a moment, let's acknowledge the work of the Bedford Bulldogs Athletic Booster Club. They'd like to thank their platinum sponsors, including Spectrum Marketing, Bedford Village Inn, BEI Network, London Orthodontics, Restore Hyper Wellness, Wicked Good Butcher, and Looney Insurance. Also their gold sponsors, Realty One, Ethan Allen, Granite State Cabinetry, and Liberty Hill Construction. On behalf of the 461 student athletes this season, thank you for your support. And if you're interested in becoming a corporate sponsor or becoming an individual member, grab a form at the next home game at the concession stand or visit us online at bbabc.net. Bulldogs are decked out in white, black pants, black numbers, red trim. Dover all in green from head to toe, white numbers and silver trim.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're reminded that the Dover football boosters are selling 50-50 raffle tickets.
Bryce Carberry, number 11 out there, along with number 25, Brady McInnes.
Please stay with us.
Ryder Aubin, and number 64, Kyle Merrill, the captain for the Green Wave. Kevin Sheridan out there for the Bulldogs, along with Spencer Henrishon. And we're waiting for the coin flip here.
Yeah, Harry, it's a pretty good-sized crowd here tonight, still filing in, so we're still not quite here at kickoff, but also a decent turnout from Bedford over on the other side, as you can see on camera, and I'm sure we'll get a few more as the game goes along here.
So as you heard the PA announcement, Bedford has won the toss. They are going to defer. Dover will start the game on offense, so we'll get to see the work of Ryder Aubin right off the bat. You might also notice that Dover are wearing the green socks and green tape for breast cancer survivors and breast cancer research of the Susan B. Komen charity. Good weather here, a little bit of a breeze going from right to left. These goalposts are kind of low profile.
It's one thing I noticed, yeah, actually, when we were scouting the field here beforehand, I noticed the goalposts were just a little bit shorter than most.
The real old school goalposts.
Yes. Probably the last like that in New Hampshire football. I know Goffstown had some interesting ones too, but now they have the brand new ones with their new turf field they just put in. But, these are very unique.
Picking up for the Bulldogs is number 23, Dylan Soden.
Teams are taking the field now, and Amari Lewis is going to be the deep man along with Sincere Bailey, number 7.
And number 14, Amari Lewis.
Dylan Soden has been doing a pretty good job kicking this season, and we were watching him in warm-ups, and he was booing him pretty far, so it'll be interesting if the Bulldogs will need Soden's leg tonight to get a critical point or two. Teams are lined up, and we're ready to go in just a moment. Soden approaches the ball. It's a good kick. Picked up by Dover and run out of bounds at about the 22-yard line. Amari Lewis was the ball carrier there, so it's going to be 1st and 10 from the 22 for the Green Wave, and here they come on offense. Like I said, led by quarterback Ryder Aubin, the nominee for the Joe Yukika Player of the Year. Number 5.
Ball on their own 22-yard line.
57% completion percentage there for Aubin, 41-72. 8 touchdown passes on the game. They come out with a spread formation. They've got 5 receivers out there, empty backfield, in the shotgun. Aubin pulls away. Looks like he's going to change the play here. Bedford showing potential blitz here. Alex Grudinskis is crowding the line. Aubin's going to call his own number. Finds a lane. He winds up getting a first down and more, about a 16-yard gain to the 37-yard line.
Brought down by the Bulldog, number 3, Matthew.
So Aubin was able to find the seam away from the blitzing Grudinskis, and he picks up 16 yards on the first play from scrimmage, and they're going to take over here at the 37-yard line, 1st and 10.
Yeah, it was a pretty solid run there right out of the gate. I know, Harry, as we were talking on the way over here, we're watching Ryder Aubin, some previous game film that finish after the snap here.
Aubin's got 176 yards on the ground coming into this game. Now he's got somebody in the backfield with him. 3 receivers, a tight end. Aubin waits for the snap. There's a handoff. And cut down in the backfield. Eli Gumis with the tackle there, bringing down number 25 for Dover, Brady McInnes. That's going to be a loss of 3 yards. Got to mark down at the 34-yard line, so it's going to be 2nd down and 13 here for the Green Wave.
Just to finish up that thought before on Ryder Aubin, I did notice a lot of some of the similar tendencies that Derek Finley had at National North last year in that big playoff game we had against them before he went out with injury. So it'll be interesting to see how much they run Aubin tonight against this Bedford defense.
McInnes in the backfield. There's motion by Lewis. There's a blitz. It's a wide receiver screen to McInnes. And he picks up about 10 yards all the way to the Dover 45-yard line, where it's going to be 3rd down and 2, a manageable 3rd down situation here. Good play call there by the Green Wave.
3rd down and 2 yards to go.
And they quickly get to the line of scrimmage.
The ball on the Dover 45-yard line.
Getting a call from the sideline from Coach Kumba, Eric Kumba, the head coach here. And now 2 in the backfield with Aubin. Grudinskis showing the blitz. Here they come. There's a pass over the middle. Complete. Up to the Bedford 39-yard line. It's Bryce Carberry with the catch.
Brought down by the Bulldogs 22, Nate Clark.
And Nate Clark gets the tackle there. So Dover moving the ball here on the Bulldogs. Don't forget, they've got this 5-game shutout streak going on, going back to the BG first quarter. Their season opener. There's a handoff to Lewis, and he runs right into Sheridan, brought down in the backfield.
Number 14, Amari Lewis.
Kevin Sheridan blows that play up. And they're going to mark him back at the 43-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 12.
For the Green Wave.
Certainly, as we saw in that play just before there, where Dover got the first down on that long pass play, Carberry is quite the tight end for these guys. He certainly has some sure hands and seen him make some pretty good catches in previous games, so it'll be someone Bedford has to key in on tonight.
2 receivers are set back in the offense. Aubin goes back to pass. There's the rush. Escapes the pass rush, looking outfield. Fakes the pass, throws. And wow, he makes the completion. Throws it at the very last second, gets it to Amari Lewis at the 32-yard line. Still not enough for a first down, but boy, that looked like a doomed play. And Aubin kept his cool and found a receiver along the sideline at the very last second.
3rd down and 4 to go for the Bedford.
So 3rd and 4 here, another manageable 3rd down.
Ball on the 34-yard line.
Aubin waits. 3 receivers set. He rolls out to his left, looking. Throws the pass, and he finds Lewis over the middle. Beautiful throw there. He goes out of bounds at the 15-yard line. First down, Dover.
Lewis
So the Green Wave having no trouble
brought down by
getting down the field here against Bedford. This is probably the best defense the Bulldogs have faced this year. And we're seeing just how good they are right now. They're showing a lot of different formations too. 3 receivers, one all the way to the right side. It's going to be handoff to McInnes. Breaks one tackle, breaks another one, still fighting, and gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Carberry. 14-yard run. Just a simple run up the middle. Carberry's able to drag some Bulldog defenders with him, and only for the second time this year, Bedford finds itself behind. It's 6-0 for Dover with the extra point coming up.
That extra point for Dover is Ethan Proto.
So Cooper Gagney is the holder on this extra point. Waiting for the snap here. The kick is up, and it's good.
Extra point try by Proto is good. With 7 minutes and 54
And the kicker, Ethan Proto, having no trouble getting that kick away. And the Dover Green Wave find themselves with a 7-0 lead.
The Green Wave is number 46.
Yeah, that was quite the opening drive there for Dover. Took about 4 minutes off the clock and converted on third down a couple times where they needed to, and I think it's going to be a little bit of a match here for Bedford tonight. So see if the Bedford offense can respond here. That
touchdown coming at 7:54. 14-yard run there by Brady McInnes. And we're getting ready to kick it off here.
If to receive the kick for the Bulldogs is number 8.
So Tagliaferro is back there.
And number 26.
Along with Brody Helton. Of course, you know, Brody Helton has been quite the weapon as well. Looks like we got a different kicker on the kickoff here. Number 41, I think it is. Correction, 46. It is a squibber, and they're going to make him do it over because the ball fell off the tee. 46, Trevor Brooks on that kickoff.
On the kickoff attempt by number 46.
So just a re-kick here.
Off the tee, and the kickoff will be repeated.
7:54 to go here in the first quarter. Dover scoring on their opening possession. They lead 7-0, and the scoreless streak is over for the Bulldogs.
You almost kind of wonder if that's something they were kind of expecting going into this. Obviously, it's probably going to end at some point, and now with it kind of happening early, you can focus on the game and not necessarily so much the streak.
There's the kick in the air, and it's going to go to Tagliaferro. He runs into a crowd, and he's going to be brought down at the 34-yard line. That's where Bedford will take over. I'm not surprised that they're keeping the ball away from Brody Helton. No doubt the Green Wave have seen his game film, and they don't want him touching the ball any more than necessary. So 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line. Bulldogs have a chance to respond now. Bulldogs come out with a tight formation. Just 2 wide receivers out there. Helton is in the backfield. Tagliaferro, one of the receivers. Rizzo runs. Helton gets the handoff, and he breaks through. And wow, a shoestring tackle right there by Cooper Gagney. Pretty much saved the potential touchdown. He was off to the races if Helton had gotten through that line, but he got himself a first down all the way up into Dover territory at the 48-yard line.
Yeah, that was a nice opening run there for Helton. I think unless some of the defenses start to settle in here, we may be in for a high-scoring affair tonight, just based on that opening run.
So Bedford putting Dover on notice here that they've got a weapon as well in number 26. And the officials stopped the clock here, not sure why. Talking things over with the Bedford bench. Looks like Well, I'm not sure what went on there. There was a substitution. Landon Elsmore came into the game. So now 3 receivers, 2 to the left. Heldon in the backfield. Here comes the pass from Black. He's going to throw it out to Rizzo. Complete and brought down at the 40-yard line, maybe the 39. So a gain of 8 yards there on first down for Bedford, second down and 2 coming up. Maybe that's a sign that Bedford's going to be opening up their air attack a little bit more against this high-powered Dover team.
I think that's safe to say. Certainly, we have seen it a little bit here and there in the preseason, in the early part of the season, but also with many of those games getting out of hand very quickly, then you have to pull back the dogs off there. And
Luke Soden is the receiver out there, along with Tagliaferro. Rizzo is the setback. Helton at the running back position. Rizzo in motion. He gets the handoff. Now he cuts up, gets the first down, finds a lane, takes off down the cut sideline. 10-5, touchdown Bedford.
Touchdown Bedford.
A motion sweep handoff to Jack Rizzo to the right-hand side. He cuts up, breaks through the line, and just like that, Bedford is about to tie the score after a Soden extra point.
Yeah, it was a nice run there. He had some opening there on the line, and not saying that anyone could have run through that, but that was a good size hole there. So the line's doing their work, and
32, Jack Rizzo.
it'll be interesting to see what adjustments Dover can make.
Bulldog is number 23.
So Soden lines up here for the kick. Danny Black holds. Kick is up, and it is good.
Extra point try is good.
So each team with an offensive possession, each team getting a touchdown.
7, and the Bedford
It looks like it's going to be a horse race here between these two high-powered offenses, all tied up.
Yeah, like I said, we'll see what adjustments coaching staffs make here, and see if the defenses settle in as we go along.
Bedford Friends of Football is a parent-led organization that functions to support the needs of our team throughout the season. They couldn't do it without their sponsors. They include 10 and 10 Attorneys at Law, Coca-Cola Northeast, Stonyfield Yogurt, Fine Homes Group International, Pepsi, TJ McCartney Inc., McDonald's on Brown Avenue, Realty One Group, Treescapes by Murphy, and Apex Wealth Management. Thank you to our wonderful sponsors. So Dylan Soden ready to kick it off here. All tied up. We'll see what kind of defensive adjustments the Bulldogs can come up with to slow down this Green Wave offense. 7-7 here, 6:22 to go in the first. Soden approaches the ball, and it's a line drive. Bounces on the ground and hits Amari Lewis in the hands. He had to go back to get it at the 5-yard line. Bit of a setback here. Heads for the sideline. He makes up a lot of ground, but he's going to be short of the 20-yard line. They're going to say he's out at about the 18. So that bounce threw off Lewis fielding the ball, causing he had to backtrack to the 5, but he's able to, I guess they're going to say he came out at the 12-yard line, so that's a little worse than I had envisioned.
12-yard line.
So that's where Dover's going to start, at their own 12. And they're about to break the huddle here. All tied at 7. Looks like they're going to send out 4 receivers, 2 to each side. Aubin looks like he's going under center. And he is. Here's a handoff. Run up the middle for about 2 yards. Trying to get the number of the runner. It is number 7. Number 6 is Jackson Brock, you said? Number 7, actually. Number 7, Sincere Bailey was the ball carrier. Second down and 8.
Second down and 8 yards ago, the ball.
Another back into the shotgun goes Aubin. He drops back. There's the throw to McInnes in the flat, but sniffed out there by Peter Suazo. Dropped him after about a 3-yard gain. They're going to mark him at the 15.
Brought down by number 13 for the Bulldogs, Luke Sheldon.
So this is going to be 3rd down and 7 here.
3rd down and 7 to go.
4 receivers set, 3 to the left. And Auburn's looking to his left, makes the throw, finds the receiver and makes the completion. A great throw. Nathaniel Wood at the 38-yard line. So a real pressure situation. Ryder Aubin figures it out and makes the completion, gets that 3rd down. That's his third down of the game.
As we're seeing, Dover's coming up here in the clutch here on 3rd down, and see if Bedford can make a stop coming up.
Different setup here, just 1 receiver out to the right. 3 in the backfield. There's the handoff to McInnes. And Jake Ben slows him down after about a yard gain.
Brought down by Bedford's number 66, Cam.
Clock is ticking, 4:32 to go here in the first quarter. 2nd and 9 here for the Green Wave.
Ball on their own 41-yard line.
They are at their 41. Dover really changing up the formations here. Just about every play has got a different formation. This time it's a 4-receiver set, 2 to each side. McInnes is in the backfield, Aubin in the shotgun. Here's motion by Lewis, fakes the handoff. Aubin looking downfield. He had to get rid of the ball. Here's a toss-up. Oh, almost intercepted. It was a jump ball.
Aubin pass is intended for number 33, Nathaniel Wood. Incomplete.
So Nathaniel Wood was the intended target, but there were 3 Bulldogs around him. And the ball, it was a jump ball, and they almost came up with the interception, but it hit the ground. But it's another long 3rd and 9 here for the Dover Green Wave.
Yeah, and that ball just seemed to come out a little funky there. It was a bit of a duck, and certainly seemed to be one of those classic opportunities for a Bedford interception defense.
Well, Aubin had a rusher in his face, and wasn't sure who it was. Might have been Ben.
He may have.
So here we go, another same set, 4 receivers, 1 in the backfield. Aubin in shotgun. Bedford just rushing 3. Aubin rolling to his right, looking. Now it's a pop-up, but it's out of bounds. Intended for Benjamin Allen, but the pass was out of bounds. Allen came down out of bounds with it, and it's going to be 4th and 9. I'm guessing this is going to be a punting situation here for Dover.
And we're seeing a penalty here. Flag.
We'll see what goes on here. Oh, there is a penalty. Did they say it's an offsides call? I did not see a flag, but it looks like it's going to be a second chance here for Dover, or what? Andrew, what was the call on that?
He's making it right now.
Roughing the quarterback. Okay, so that was unfortunate. 15-yard call is going to give Dover the a freebie on 3rd down. Obviously, I was following the ball. I did not see the hit.
No, and I didn't either, but certainly a backbreaker there for.
So an defense. Untimely penalty here for the Bulldogs. Give the Dover Green Wave new life. 3:41 to play here, all tied at 7. Dover on their 2nd possession and moving the ball. Thanks to the penalty, they get a 1st down there in Bedford territory at the 44-yard line. Handoff to McInnes. Makes the cut. Brought down by a swarm of Bulldogs led by Jack Rizzo.
Brady McInnes brought down by a host of Bedford defenders.
They're going to give him 1 yard. Marked at the 43-yard line.
Ball on the 44-yard line.
Actually, they're going to mark him at the 44, so 2nd and 9. Actually, the way the markers are set up, it should be 2nd and 10. So a little
it should be 2nd and 10.
Lack of continuity here between the scoreboard and the field. Looks like a 2nd and 10. We'll call it 2nd and 10. Aubin waits for his snap. Fakes the handoff, takes off with it. Finds the seam, still going, gets the 1st down. Finally brought down at the 30-yard line. Another 1st down for the Green Wave. They're going to say he's down at the 31-yard line. Dylan Soden with the tackle. So Aubin again, like I said, he had 179 yards rushing coming into this game, so he's showing that he's a weapon as well. More of a runner than Danny Black is. Of course, Danny has some great running backs, doesn't really need to carry the ball. Does it in a pinch. But it's a fresh set of downs for Dover. They're going to take over here at the 31-yard line, 1st and 10. 3 receivers are to the left of Aubin. McInnes in the backfield. McInnes takes off. Aubin has plenty of time. Sends it down the field. It's complete. Bryce Carberry with the catch. They're going to mark him at the 7-yard line. 1st and goal for Dover.
Yeah, it was quite the deep out route right there, and got in just enough space from the defender and was able to grab it while going down to the ground.
Aubin had all day to throw.
He did. His line has been doing a great job so far tonight, giving him pass protection.
And Carberry wasn't exactly wide open. That ball had to be placed over his shoulder so that the Bedford defender couldn't get to it. 1st and goal now. They're marking him at the 8-yard line. 1:51 left here. All tied up at 7 apiece. Here's motion from Lewis. He takes the ball. Or no, Aubin fakes it to him, and he's going to get swarmed for a slight loss. Actually, they're going to mark him back about 4 yards, back to the 12-yard line. So the thing.
And right after a big play right there for Dover, Bedford comes out with a defensive stop. So.
Well, you know, it's not a touchdown until they get into the end zone, even though it's first and goal, or 2nd and goal now from the 12. If Bedford can stop him here and limit him to a field goal, that would be a big victory here for the Bulldogs. Aubin with the snap, now rolling to his right, looking, still with the ball. He's in the grasp of number 33 with the tackle, Eli Goomis. Rolls him out of bounds. We'll see if the officials are going to say that's a rough. I don't think so. There's no flag. They're going to say that, okay, it's going to be a sack. He's out at the 16-yard line. I'm surprised that Aubin held on to the ball as long as he didn't try to throw it out of bounds. But Goomis had him wrapped up, and now he's actually at the 17-yard line, 3rd down, and goal to go. So this hole's getting deeper, but, you know, Aubin's a skilled quarterback. He's a terrific offensive threat here, so Bedford can't ease up. 2 negative plays in a row makes it 3rd down and goal from the 17-yard line. And they're going to send the kitchen sink out there. 5 receivers, 3 to the right, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Aubin all alone in the backfield. Bedford looks like they've got 4 rushers coming. And they get through in the grasp, but he gets the pass away and brought down way short of a touchdown. Aubin is able to complete it to Allen, who's brought down at the 14-yard line. So it's going to be 4th and goal from the 14. And I'm going to assume the field goal crew is going to come out here. So number 37, the kicker, Ethan Proto, is lining up. This is going to be a 30-yard kick going into a slight breeze with 39.1 seconds left here in the 1st quarter. The officials have yet to put the ball down into play. Not sure what the holdup is. Everybody's lined up. We're just waiting. Now here we go.
And our apologies for the stream going out there for just a minute. We should be back now.
There's the kick. It's up and good. So Prado able to make that kick with a rush coming in on him. Dover is going to take a 3-point lead here.
Dover 10, Bedford 7.
It's 10-7, 34.5 left in the 1st quarter.
Kicking off with a green wave.
That was some good goal line defense there for the Bulldogs. Certainly was excellent job to keep Dover out of the end zone there. But certainly I think we want to see a little more consistency there too on some of those 3rd down situations.
Well, I'm going to count that as a win for the Bedford defense. They kept them out of the end zone. Now they have to come back and get at least 3, if not 7, on their next possession. Dover controlling possession so far in this 1st quarter. They've had 2 possessions. They've scored on both of them. Bedford's going to get just the tail end here. 35 seconds left.
Yeah, Dover's had the ball most of the quarter. I think Bedford's drive was, around 2 minutes, I think? Somewhere around there. So Dover certainly had it for most.
So Helton back there, Tagliaferro back there. So is Ledger Russell. So they're going to have 3 back for Bedford waiting for the kickoff here. And it's going to be number 46, I think it is. That's the field. That's the long-range kickoff kicker. The officials holding things up here. And now we're ready to go. So Trevor Brooks with the kick. It's going to be Helton. Runs into a crowd. He gets the ball up to the 30-yard line, maybe the 31. So Bedford with a reasonable drive start here.
The ball, first down and 10 yards to go. On its own 30-yard line.
Bedford in the huddle here. They've got to keep up with this Green Wave offense. They trail 10-7. The first time they trailed twice in a game. They did trail 3-0 in their home in the opener against BG. That was the last time anybody scored on them. So three receivers are to the left of Black. Oh, a big play there. Number 7, Sincere Bailey blowing it up. Luke Soden receiving the wide receiver screen. He's blown up at the 28-yard line, so there's going to be a loss of 3. Second and 13 coming up here for the Bulldogs. That is going to end the first quarter with Dover up 10-7.
Bedford will be taking over the ball, second down and 12.
BCTV's live channels and on-demand content are now easier to access than ever before thanks to the Bedford Community Television app, available free for download on Apple iOS and Android Play. Download the Bedford Community Television app from your app store today and enjoy our programming anywhere you go, on demand or live. And it's also very easy to listen to Bedford 105.1 online. You can go to our website, wbnh.bedfordnh.org, for the stream link. You can also load an app to your phone like TuneIn, MyTuner, Simple Radio, Radio Garden. We're on all those. And you can tell Alexa to play Bedford 105.1, and she will do that.
Back to that BCTV app, in case you don't have automatic download set on your phone, there was a recent update to that a few weeks ago with some enhanced improvements to the app. So make sure to go and update your app today.
So Bedford now going from left to right. Second down and 12 officially at the 28-yard line. They've got to get to just past the 40-yard line for a first down. They're going to run a tight formation here. Rizzo. Oh, we have a whistle blown here, trying to find out what the delay is. Not sure what it is. I guess the scoreboard's not set up yet. Okay, it still says 0. They got to get 12 minutes back on the clock. Scoreboard operator having a bit of difficulty here, so they're holding up the game. Andrew mentioned to me earlier that there's going to be a lot of improvements coming to Dover Stadium in the coming year, including an update to that scoreboard. Well, it's finally up. 12 minutes on the clock. Bedford in a tight formation here. Here's motion by Rizzo. Takes the handoff. Finds the seam. Gets up to the 33-yard line. So a gain of about 3 or 4 yards. Rizzo's going to make it a third down and 7 to go. Rizzo, of course, was the touchdown scorer. 34-yard run in the first quarter. Officially third down and 8 here. We'll see what Coach Zach Matthews calls up here. A long third down they've got to complete here. Rizzo in motion with the handoff to, nope, it was a fake to Helton. Out the pass to Rizzo. He's on the outside. He makes the first down. Stumbled. But that stumble was almost as good as a fake. Managed to get by the lone Dover tackler, fought his way to first down yardage at the 43-yard line. Fresh set of downs right there for Bedford. Bedford keeps the chains moving here. 11:04 to go here in the second. They trail 10-7 at their own 43-yard line. Two receivers are to the left. Ledger Russell is the only receiver. He's lined up to the right. Black takes the snap. Throws a long pass, and he gets Tagliaferro downfield, out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Big gain there for Bedford, another first down.
Yeah, it was a big pass play right there. Had just enough protection there in the pocket for Black and got that one out just in time and had his man right for the nice over-the-shoulder catch.
So as we expected at the start of the game, we're seeing a lot more through the air. Big pass there, about a 35-yard pass to Tagliaferro. Now here we go, three receivers all set. Now Ledger Russell in motion, takes it up. They're going to call motion here and a 5-yard penalty on Bedford. False start.
False start, Bedford.
So that's going to send them back 5 yards, back to the 30-yard line. It'll be 1st and 15.
First down, 15 yards to go for the Bulldogs.
Ledger Russell was the motion man. I'm not sure if another Bulldog made a move. That must have been the case. An official saw that. So they march him back 5 yards at the 30-yard line now. 1st and 15.
First down and 15 to go.
10:56 to go. Clock has stopped here in the second quarter. Dover with the 10-7 lead. And this time they send Luke Soden out to the far side. Tagliaferro pulls up. It's a wide receiver screen. He had Soden as his blocker, but McInnes is able to tackle him. Brady McInnes, number 25, brings him down at the 26-yard line. So another long third down here coming up. It's going to be 3rd and 11.
It's actually second down here.
Second down. I'm sorry, you're right, because they got to do first down over again. So they pick up.
2nd and 12.
They're going to say he's down to the 27-yard line. Okay, so 3-yard gain there. This time, two receivers to the left. Ledger Russell, the lone receiver on the right. Brody Helton in the backfield. He steps away. There's a throw high. Oh, that was intended for Soden. That was too high. I think they put Helton in motion to act as a decoy in the flat.
3rd down and 11.
And then Black sailed it over Luke Soden.
Right, yeah, he had the open man right there, but just missed him.
I think he was trying to, somebody might have been in his way. I think he had a defender might have been in his passing lane, so he was trying to float the ball over. Floated a little too high. 10:05 to go here, 3rd down and 11. This is, let's see here. This would be a 45, 55-yard, about a 50-yard field goal. I don't think Coach Matthews will attempt that unless they get some more yards here. There's a snap. Hand off to Helton. And he's brought down after about a 5-yard gain up to the 20-yard line. So we're looking at 4th down and 6. And a field goal attempt from here. Let's see, it would be about a 39-yard attempt. Might be in the range of Dylan Soden, but I think Bedford instead is going to they're going to go for it here.
Yeah, that would be quite the range there, especially for high school.
And it would be going into what wind is there.
Exactly.
So 4th down here, 4th and 6 for the Bulldogs from the 21. They got to get to the 15. 3 receivers set. There's the snap. Black has to get away from the rush. He's brought down. Big sack right there for Dover. Cameron Mitchell, number 52, brought him down. Black tried to hang on to the ball. I think he was trying to go for not just the first down. I think he was looking toward the end zone. So Dover with the big stop here.
On their own 30-yard line.
They're going to mark up Bedford down at the 30. They're going to take over there with 9:12 to go. So Bedford unable to respond to the field goal drive. Now the Bedford defense has to do what they can to limit the scoring chances here for Ryder Aubin in the green wave. Spread set here. Three receivers to the right, and here's motion by Lewis. Aubin throws to the left. He gets his pass blocked, I should say, tipped by Eli Gumas, and the ball falls down for an incompletion, 2nd and 10.
Second down and 10 for Dover.
That was a solid defensive play right
Ball
there.
on their own 30-yard
Let's
line.
get the drive off to a good start here for the defense.
Coming up in the 9-minute mark here. It's 9:08 precisely. Clock is stopped on the incomplete pass. At the half, we're going to have the Dover Band performing. We're going to stay here and bring you that performance. Hope you enjoyed. Bedford Band didn't make the trip, so the Dover Band will provide the entertainment. 2nd down and 10. There's a handoff and brought down Jake Ben along with Alex Grudinskis after about a 5-yard gain. They're going to mark them at the 36, 37-yard line. So it'll be 3rd down and 3. They got to get to the 40.
3rd down and
so
4 yards to go.
Dover only stopped on one 3rd down drive so far, and they've converted some long ones. Now they've got all the receivers to the right-hand side of Aubin. There's the snap. Back, throws the pass. It's intercepted. Intercepted by Bedford. Dylan Soden is going to take it back. Pick 6. Bedford scores.
23 for Bedford.
Dylan Soden read that play and takes it back for we're going to call it about a 30-yard interception return for touchdown.
Yeah, it looked like he read that right from the beginning there, and good to see come up with that interception, and also just seeing the Bedford defense performing its duties there.
And the kick for Bedford is number 23.
So the Bedford defense coming to the rescue of the offense with a pick 6 from Dylan Soden, who has the pleasure of adding his own extra point here. Waiting for the kick. Here comes the snap. Black puts it down. Soden kicks it high. It looks good. It is good.
Bedford's extra point try is good. It was 8 minutes and 19
Well, that's one way to
second period.
erase the scoreless drive, is get your defense to score some points.
Bedford Bulldogs 14.
Yep, gets the defense amped up a little there, and hopefully a little bit of confidence going into this next drive, because Dover kind of had their way with them so far, especially on those 3rd down plays.
Yeah, I would think that the Bedford defense is a little picked at the fact that they've been scored upon twice now in this game,
I see what you
having not giving up a single point since the first quarter of their opener. So they're exacting a little bit of revenge here with the pick 6 here. So Soden getting ready to kick it off here. 8:19 to go in the half. Bedford with the 14-10 lead thanks to Dylan Soden's 30-yard interception return for touchdown.
And number 7.
And that is the 4th interception thrown by Aubin this year. I don't know if any of the others were brought back for touchdowns. It is Lewis and Bailey back for the green wave. Soden kicks it off high. Looks like it's going to go to Lewis at the 8-yard line. Looking for a seam. I think he found one. And now he's driven out of bounds after a pretty good gain. They're going to say he was out at the 35, 36-yard line. So that's where Dover will take over at the 36, 1st and 10.
Dover will take over the ball, 1st down and 10.
Now trailing in this game, 14-10.
On their own
They're going to say 35-yard line is where he stepped out of bounds. So Dover comes to the line of scrimmage. 2 receivers left, 1 right. McInnes in the backfield. Aubin in the shotgun, waits for the snap. Gives it to McInnes with a head of steam, finds a seam. Brought down from behind. Tackle there by Gumas, but not after a 7 or 8 yard gain there by McInnes. It's going to be 2nd down and 2.
Number 33, Eli Gumas. 2nd down and 9 for the Green Wave. The ball on the 43-yard line.
Aubin is in the hurry up here. This time, the ball's on the ground. It looks like they got enough for the 1st down, but was it a fumble, and who came up with it? Nope, I think the officials say the Dover runner was on the ground. I think that was McInnes on the carry again. He's got the 1st down, picked up 2 yards.
On their own 46-yard line.
So they're at the 46, their own 46 here, 7:32 and running. Another 1st down here for the Green Wave, both on the ground. McInnes, the lead running back so far in this game. Grodzinski showing a blitz here. Aubin fakes the handoff, finds a receiver down the line. Is it going to be picked off? It is! Another interception. This time, brother Luke Soden picks it up.
Luke Soden.
They're going to come down with it at the 26-yard line of Bedford. Another turnover here. Bedford's going to take over. It was a long pass. Aubin faked the handoff. I didn't catch who the receiver was going down the sideline, but Luke Soden was able to read it, and the ball was overthrown. And Soden had to reach for it.
If you didn't know any better, you'd think that ball was almost intended for Soden there, just based on
the trajectory. It was a long throw. I don't know if again, it's hard to tell what the breeze is like. We have a flag here on the press box, and it's pretty stiff, so it's possible that that high pass might have got caught by the wind and carried a little further than Aubin had anticipated, and Soden was in position. Luke Soden this time getting the interception, and Bedford takes over at their own 31-yard line with 7:09 to play and a 14-10 lead.
Yeah, and that wind is certainly blowing in that direction as well, and that mist is picking up, so it's getting a little more hairy out there.
So here we go, 2 in the backfield for Bedford this time, just 2 receivers to the left. Black hands it off to Brody Helton. He gets by the first line, now he's off to the races. 1 man to catch him. It's going to be Bailey. He's the only guy who can catch him. Brody Helton goes all the way for a touchdown.
Bedford ball carrier number 26, Brody Helton.
Wow.
It's a 74-yard touchdown run by Brody Helton, his 14th of the year.
Wow. Just wow, that run. He's got right through that first hole, and then once he's past that first level, he was just gone. And no one could catch up with him, and also just trying to take down a kid that big, too. It's going to take a little bit of strength, so you just wonder if he could have just powered his way into, even if they had a little more speed on him.
You were waiting for Helton to explode here. The Green Wave defense was able to contain him, but not that time. He was able to get, they had everybody close to the line of scrimmage, and once Helton was able to break through that first line, then it was a foot race between him and Sincere Bailey, and it was... There's the kick, and it's good.
The kick is good.
Brody Helton won that race with Sincere Bailey. Extra point is good. And Bedford now leads 21-10.
21.
Wow, what an explosive play there on the ground.
And the way the first couple drives are going, you're thinking this might be a high-scoring game, and then it's kind of slowed down there in the middle with a lot of drive-killing time by Dover, thinking this may not be, but now here we are 31 points in and still 7 minutes to go in the first half.
So as we mentioned at the beginning of the game, we have our stat sheet here. Brody Helton started the night with 805 yards on the ground. He's probably close to 900 at this point. The big chunk of that 74-yard run right there. So Dylan Soden ready to kick it off here. Lewis and Bailey, the deep men up. It's going to be a pooch kick but it's going to go right to a Dover player who fumbles it. It's on the ground. Who came up with it? Waiting for the signal.
Looks like Dover.
And they say Dover got the ball. I think it was number 70 who landed on it, Cohen Monahan.
On their own 29-yard line.
You know, we haven't seen that pooch kick very often this year. I think they did it one time this year. It used to be a pretty regular weapon that the Bulldogs have used, pooching that ball into no man's land, you know, a spot 20 or 30 yards down the field. Not exactly an onside kick, but basically making the short guys play the ball, the people with not necessarily the best hands. So yeah, right there, they fumbled it on the kickoff. The ball dribbles toward the 35-yard line and out the scrum. Number 70 comes up with it, Monahan, and Dover's going to retain possession.
Right, and I'm sure that ball is not very dry at all with this consistent mist coming down, so it's certainly that adds another element to it. And
you're right. It is starting. It's not raining real hard, but it's misting real hard.
It's almost like a fog over there, trying to look over on the Bedford sideline there.
Yeah, I'm sure on TV you're probably noticing it's getting a little foggy right now. That is the mist rolling in here into Dover. We're not expecting any heavy rain, but the mist will make the ball a little slippery, maybe the field a little slippery as well.
10 yards to go on the 29-yard line.
So 1st and 10 from the 29, trailing by 11. A situation I don't think the Dover Green Wave have seen very often this year. Aubyn's got 2 in the backfield with him. And motion right there by Bryce Carberry, the tight end. Aubyn's going to keep it. Actually, it looked like he had the option to pitch it to McGinnis. He decides to keep it, goes forward, gets 5 yards up to the 34-yard line.
Jake Ben. 2nd down and 5 for the Green Wave.
So 2nd down and 5 coming up here from the 34. They got to get to the 39-yard line. 6:30 to go here in the first half. Bulldogs lead 21-10. Two in the backfield again, 2 receivers, 1 on each side. Aubyn speaking to one of his running backs. I think there might be a change of call here. Yep. A handoff right to the man he was talking to, Sincere Bailey. Up a little bit of rough stuff there between Rizzo and number 67, I think that is, Toby DeRoches of Dover. That they kind of continued after the whistle. No flag thrown though.
3rd down and 3 for the Green Wave.
So now 3rd down and 4. Bailey with the short gain there, about 2 yards. Four receivers out now. Aubyn rolls back. Looks like a flag down for holding. Aubyn's going to get brought down behind the line of scrimmage. We're going to see what the call is here. I think if it is against Dover, Coach Matthews might decline the play. It was a loss for about 3 yards out at the 33-yard line. We'll see what the call is. It is a holding call on Dover. First penalty of the game on the Green Wave. And I'm guessing they're going to decline here, as it would be a punting situation. But then again, you know, you might want to put him back further here.
One would think, and I mean, it's not the greatest position to go for on 4th down here, but I wouldn't necessarily put that. It would be
4th and 5, and they are going to decline. Okay, so they're going to trust their defense, and Dover will punt. So we're going to see them punt for the first time tonight.
The ball on the 34-yard line.
And it looks like the punter is Nathaniel Wood, number 3.
Number 3, Nathaniel Wood. Deep to receive.
And Tagliaferro.
Bedford is number 8, Dominic Tagliaferro.
Tagliaferro's back at his own 30-yard line. 5:24 left here in the second. Bedford leads 21-10, and they stop the Green Wave on 4th down. There's the kick, a decent kick, but Tagliaferro's going to just let it roll and die at the 20-yard line, or at the 19 is where they're going to say it stopped rolling. So Bulldogs take over at their own 19-yard line.
Yeah, it took a nice little Dover roll there. Puts Bedford a not too deep in their own end of the field, but not too bad field position for the Dover defense to be going against here.
Bedford volleyball still undefeated, although they had a tough game against Salem the other night. We'll talk about more of that at the halftime. Our next broadcast is going to be Tuesday, October 10th at 6:30 as the Bulldog volleyball team takes on Nashua North from Bedford Gymnasium. Make sure you tune in to BCTV for that one. So the Bulldogs take over from their 19. 3 receivers. Here's motion from Ledger Russell. Fake handoff. Black is going to run to his left, and he's going to get about 3 yards out of bounds at about the 22-yard line.
Forced out of bounds by number 4 for Dover.
Our next football broadcast will be back home to take on the Crimson Tide of Concord. That's Friday night, August 13th, 7 o'clock kickoff, 6:45 broadcast begins on BCTV and Bedford 105.1. You are listening to WBNH LP Bedford 105.1.
Interesting game for Concord tonight. They're down at Alvern, or at home. Not sure if they're home or away, but they are down 7-0 after the first quarter. So they're in a bit of a... We'll
talk about their running back who's out for the season in just a moment. Here's a snap and a handoff. Brody Helton is brought down for no gain. We're going to get a personal foul call here, a little rough stuff. It might be against Dover, number 75. Orion Henderson has his helmet off. I don't know if it was pulled off or he took it off himself. Kind of happened away from my field of vision. Let's see what the officials call here. And we'll see who gets that penalty flag. It is a dead ball foul. Personal foul is going to be on Dover, 15 yards. That's going to give Bedford a first down. So an untimely penalty call there. 1 each now for the Bulldogs. The Bulldogs gave Dover a first down on a personal foul roughing the passer, and this time it's going to be an after the play call on Orion Henderson, 15-yarder, and that's going to move Bedford up to the 38-yard line where they'll have a fresh set of downs.
It's interesting, too, because just before that, I was just going to commend Dover on their lack of penalties so far, but so far now they've had 2 that have been not so great for...
Yeah, that holding call killed their drive just before this one. There's a snap. Black rolls out, and he finds Luke Soden, and he's able to get a couple more yards, a first down, all the way into Dover territory. He's down at the 44-yard line. First down, Bedford. Monahan with the tackle for Dover.
On the Dover 44-yard line.
Yeah, the mist is starting to reach our equipment here in the press box here, hoping it doesn't get too wet.
So as long as you're not tied by any wires here.
Luckily, I brought my pickleball towel with me.
You don't need any electric shock going on here.
1st and 10, 4:08 to go here in the second. 21-10 Bedford. Here's motion by Ledger Russell. He takes the handoff. He's got blockers in front of him. Russell takes the cut, but he is brought down after a short gain by Kyle Merrill. So only about a 2-yard gain there for Russell up to the 42-yard line. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Kyle Merrill. 2nd down and 9.
Clock is ticking away down to 3:39. 2 receivers out to the right. That's Tagliaferro and Russell. Luke Soden on the left side. Fake handoff. Throw over the middle off the hands of Luke Soden. It could have been 7 if he had come down with it. He had number 2, Grant Davis, watching him. But it goes off the hands. Like I said, that throw was pretty strong. It was on a rope from Danny Black, but the mist might have just made things a little slippery out there. So third and 8 coming up here from the Dover 42.
And I didn't catch that full route there, but maybe the receiver might have been a little slow out of the gate there too, and just a little behind on that route. But yeah, that ball was on quite the rope there.
So here we go, empty backfield. All the receivers are out there, 2 to each side for Bedford, 4 of them. Black waiting for the snap. Waits, throws a screen pass to Sheridan. Still running, finally brought down at the 17-yard line by Cooper Gagney, and it's a first down for Bedford. That's the first time we called Sheridan's number on the offensive side. Great play call there. They sent all the receivers downfield, but Sheridan waited just 5 yards down the middle, waiting for a short pass, and he was able to lumber his way to the 17-yard line where it's 1st and 10 for Bedford. Brody Helton in the backfield. Same 4 receiver set here. Black rolls to his right. And a throw to the end zone. And a touchdown. Ledger Russell from 17 yards out. Some of the Dover fans thought there might have been a holding on that play from Brody Helton. I'm not sure about that.
Yeah, that looked like it was kind of going both ways there from vantage point. And
so the Bulldogs put it in the end zone again with 2:42 to go. Ready for the extra point. That is only the 2nd touchdown pass of the season for Danny Black. That kick is good. Looks like it could have been good from 40. So extra point good. We're perfect today on 4 extra points. 28-10, Bulldogs in the lead, thanks to a 17-yard touchdown pass to Ledger Russell.
I
think we'll go over some scores around the state at halftime, but one other big game that I think some people are watching, the Exeter Portsmouth Oyster River game. Portsmouth Oyster River is up 20-0 at the half.
You know, Exeter had got a pretty good throttling last week, I should say. They were playing a Massachusetts school. I forgot it was St. Michael's, was it?
They were playing St. John's F. Shrewsbury. It was close through the first half, but then St. John's ran away with it in the second half.
Well, maybe there's something in the film that Portsmouth Oyster River picked up on. They are using it on the Exeter Blue Hawks.
And actually some Bedford scores here. Volleyball beat Dover tonight in 3 straight sets. And boys soccer is down 1-0 at the half against Nashua South. Which is a
Thank
big
you for
game
the update, Andrew. Ready to kick it off here with 2:42 left in the half. Bedford up 28-10. Another pooch kick. This one's going to hit the ground and covered up quickly at the 26-yard line. It's number 16, one of the upmen, Benjamin Allen. Picked up the kick on the bounce.
So we'll pick over the ball.
So Dover will start at their own 26-yard line with 2:40 left.
26-yard line.
They scored a touchdown on their opening drive. They followed it up with a field goal. It was a 30-yard field goal by Prado. And since then, it's been all Bedford. A touchdown on the ground, a touchdown through the air, and a pick six. Another snap goes right between Auburn's legs. Ball is still loose. Luckily, nobody from Bedford was nearby, but it's going to be a huge loss back to the 14-yard line. So a 12-yard loss there. That snap just dribbled on the ground, went through Auburn's legs. And like I said, luckily, it took them a long time to come up with the ball. Luckily, nobody from Bedford was close to it. So 2nd down to go here, and it's going to be
26, it looks like.
I'm not sure if that's exactly right. Is that right?
I was guessing 22, but...
Yeah, 20. I think it's more a 2nd and 22. 2-minute mark of the 2nd. There's a snap. Auburn got Sheridan chasing him down, trying to get away from him. Still running, and finally brought down by a crew of Bulldogs. Sheridan had him on the run. He couldn't find anybody up and couldn't throw the ball away either. And it's going to be another, nope, they're going to say it's a gain. He's going to pick up about 3 yards on the play up to the 20-yard line.
Maybe 3rd and 16.
So it's going to be 3rd down and 21 now.
16. They have to get to the 36.
15, I'm sorry. It's 3rd down and 15 here. They got to get to the 36-yard line. They're at the 21. So I wonder if Bedford called a timeout here. Yeah, I think they did. I think they're thinking about getting the ball back once more before the half. They get the stop here. They're going to call another timeout. They'll have one in the pocket. And they'll have about a minute and a half to work with, maybe add some more to the scoreboard.
Well, I hope you took the over on tonight's score, Harry, because we are certainly in for a...
Ladies and gentlemen, you're reminded to stay
No,
with
no,
us.
no betting on high school games in New Hampshire.
Yes.
For the halftime show put on by our Dover High School marching band and color guard. That's at halftime.
We will stay
Also,
here
halftime
for
will
the
be
halftime
following
show with the
the
Dover
football
Green Wave Band.
50-50 raffle tickets. Please check
Stay
in
tuned
afterwards.
for that. We'll also get you
We will
caught up
call
around
at halftime.
all the other Bedford sports programs. We have a lot to report on: golf, field hockey, boys and girls soccer. Here we go now. 3rd and 15 from the 21. Low snap. Aubin picks it up off the ground. Now he's got to get away from Jack Rizzo, brings him down at the 25-yard line. So a bit of a gain there. Gets it up to the 25. It's going to be 4th and 11 coming up. So Bedford calls that second timeout. They have a minute and 28 left.
11.
I believe that was actually their last timeout. They did take one earlier. I believe it was in the first quarter,
Scoreboard shows 2 timeouts.
unless it was Dover.
No, they showed Dover with 4 timeouts. I don't know how that works. No, I guess I'm reading it the wrong way. Thank you. Right, it's the quarters. It is the quarters. Thank you, scoreboard operator. Actually, the way the Bedford scoreboard is laid out, the timeouts are right below the score. So my mistake. So 4th and 11. Timeout is called. You said that Bedford called their third one already.
I
That was
believe
number
that was
3.
their last one.
So they're going to work with. They do stop the clock on first down. So a minute 28 remaining on the clock here, and Dover is going to punt it away again, second time today. Nathaniel Wood goes back. He's going to be punting from around his 10-yard line, and Tagliaferro will be waiting his own 40 for the kick.
Back to receive this punt for Bedford is Dominic Tagliaferro. Punt for Dover is number 3, Nathaniel Wood.
There's a snap. Wood takes his time. Oh, almost blocked. Tagliaferro's going to field this one. At the 40, still has it over midfield, still running, still going, gets it all the way to the 38-yard line. So Bedford's going to have good drive start here in Dover territory. And a flag being thrown here. Let's see what this is, something after the play. We'll see if that's going to be on one of the Bedford players. I didn't catch what happened here. It looked like the official's about to make a chop block motion. Yes. Nope. I didn't get that. Too many men on the field? No, they'd make him kick it. Oh, okay. If it was too many men, they're going to make it kick it over. It looks like that's what's going to happen. Well, it depends how big of a penalty that was. Too many men, I think, is a 5-yard penalty. So it'll be 4th and.
But it's automatic first down?
Or is it? Oh, it is.
Ball on Dover's 40-yard line.
Okay, so the penalty on Bedford for too many men is going to give Dover a first down. So Dover's going to hang on to it. Second time tonight that a Bedford penalty has resulted in a Dover first down. So new life for the Green Wave. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Coach Matthews can't be too happy with that one. Certainly.
No, you don't want to help out. You don't want to help out an opponent, especially one as potent as Dover is.
And you used your timeouts to stop the clock, and now Dover has their full allotment of timeouts.
Aubin with the snap, throws the ball over the head of McInnes. It was going to be a wide receiver screen, floated over his head. Incomplete pass, and that's going to be 2nd down and 10 from their own 40-yard line.
2nd down and 10 for the Green Wave. The ball on their own 40-yard line.
.114 left on the clock. Clock is stopped. Three receivers, 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Actually, 2 to the right, so 5 are out there. There's motion from McInnes. Fake the handoff. Aubin drops back. looking for an open man, decides to take off, picks up about 6 yards, but Goomis, along with Spencer Henrishon, make the tackle at the 45-yard line. Time is called by the Green Wave with 1:01 to go in the half. They're going to need 5 yards for a first down.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next Green Wave home football game is Friday, October 13th versus Timber Lane Regional at 7 p.m. That's next Friday, the 13th of October, versus Timber Lane Regional.
So the Bulldogs really having a terrific second quarter here. It started with the pick six, a 30-yard return by Dylan Soden, followed up by a 74-yard run on first down by Brody Helton, and then a 17-yard touchdown pass to Luke Soden.
So we'll have the ball third down.
21 points in this second quarter.
On their own 45-yard line.
And the timeout is over. Players are back on the field. And Dover's going to stay with the 5 receiver set. They need 5 yards for a first down. Aubin throws to the flat, finds the receiver for a first down. That's Benjamin Allen right at the sticks. He gets into Bedford territory at the 45-yard line.
First down and 10 for the Green Wave.
Or actually the 46, so first down. Clock stops, 57.7 seconds to go here, first down. They stay in that 5 receiver set. Aubin takes the snap, looks, throws quickly, gets it to Allen again, an easy 7 yards. Allen steps out of bounds, stops the clock, 54 seconds to go.
Second down and 3 yards to go for the Green Wave. The ball on the 39.
Second down and 3 coming up. They are at the Bedford 39-yard line. This time, McInnes is in the background, just 4 receivers out there. Aubin has to throw over a rushing. Jake Ben had to throw the ball over, intended for number 14, Amari Lewis, but I think Ben's rush might have affected the throw. That was thrown off the mark. Lewis couldn't make the catch. It's going to be third down and 3. 50.3 seconds left in the half. So McInnes stays in the backfield, 4 receivers out there. Aubin with the snap, rolling to his left. He's being chased. Ben just out of the grasp of Ben. He gets the first down. He's going to run the ball. Gets out of bounds. Sheridan drove him out at the 30-yard line. First down Dover with 40.7 seconds left. They're going to mark him out at the Bedford 29-yard line. So the drive continues.
Green Wave.
Yeah, Ben was able to get in there, but just couldn't quite make that shoestring tackle. As Ryder Aubin is quite the quarterback to take down there in open space.
Aubin showing some speed there, evading the rush. Here we go, 40 seconds to go here from the 29. Aubin throws, quick throw, another first down. Number 11, Bryce Carberry makes the catch, takes it all the way down to the 15. Dover's rolling, 34 seconds. They're going to call timeout again. Stopping the clock.
Carberry was tackled by number 3 from Bedford, Bennett Matthews. Timeout on the field.
Matthews with the tackle there for Bedford.
Timeout Dover. The ball on the Bedford 15-yard line.
Looking for where you can find upcoming Bedford Bulldog football games or any kind of sport or any of the other Division I teams in our area. BCTV is a proud member of the New Hampshire Coalition for Community Media, which offers New Hampshire high school sports broadcast schedule listing on their website because we all share our games. So anytime you want to watch a game in Division I sports, Just go to nhccm.tv/calendar/sports, and you'll find out where you can watch games on BCTV.
That's a brand new
our channels.
calendar just released this year, a little updated from the ones used in previous seasons, but not just Division I. You can get multiple divisions covered from around the state, many stations and even smaller schools.
Here we go, 1st and 10 from the 15, 34 seconds left. Low snap, Aubin picks it up. He's got to get the ball away, gets hit, ball's up in the air, it's a jump ball. And Bedford intercepts. What is the call? Are they going to say it's complete or what?
Intercepted by number 23, Dylan Soden from Bedford.
It is, they're going to say it hit the ground, incomplete. I don't know.
The official call was incomplete.
And now Bedford players on the ground injured, so we're going to have stoppage of play here. Unfortunately, we don't have our replay set up for this game. We'd be able to watch it again.
There's an injury timeout on the field.
Yeah, unfortunately, we are a bit of a skeleton crew tonight and got some people away right now, but hopefully we'll be back with replay next week.
Aubin took a big hit, and the ball just popped in the air. It became a jump ball between one Dover receiver and several Bedford defenders. And I thought that Soden came down with the ball, but the officials say that it hit the ground. So 2nd down and 10 coming up, 27.2 seconds to play. I didn't get the number of the injured player. Is it Rizzo, 32? I'm trying to read like half a number. Nope, I'm sorry, it's 23. It's Dylan Soden. Not a player the Bedford Bulldogs can afford to lose, being the kicker as well as a defensive back and receiver.
Now, certainly he's stepped more into that kicker's role the last few weeks. We have seen a little bit of Don Tagliaferro as well there, but I think it seems to be Soden's job now.
So we're ready to start here again. 27.2 seconds. Dover's putting 4 receivers out. McKinnis stays in the backfield. They're on their own 15-yard line. They trail 28-10. Aubin looking. There's a throw for the end zone, too far. It was intended for Allen, number 11. Carberry, sorry, number 11. That ball just sailed over his head. Conditions are misty out there. No doubt the ball is getting wet. The field's a little wet. Not a hard rain, just almost like a fog. So it's 3rd and 10 from the 15, 22.5 seconds to go. No doubt Dover will be going here. No too far behind to kick a field goal. So this is 2-down territory for them. Aubin looking to the sideline for a call. Waits, looks like there's a blitz coming from Bedford. And he's got to get away. There's a hold there. I don't know if there's a flag. A throw right to number 25, Brady McKinnis. It hit him in the hand and bounced off. It's going to be 4th and 10. That could have been at least a 1st down if he had made that catch. And there is a flag on the field. I think the official they caught that hold. So what does Coach Matthews do here? Send it back another 10? Make it 3rd and 20? Or make it 4th down and 10 right where they are?
I think you back him up here, get the extra down.
Move him out of field goal range a little bit. Probably a safe bet.
There's only 17 seconds left here.
It does look like, well, waiting for the official's signal here, whether they take it or decline. One official is ready to walk the ball back 10 yards. And there's the call, the hold on Dover, and they are marching it off back to the 25-yard line. So it'll stay 3rd down, this time for 20 yards for the 1st down. They got to get to the 5.
20. The ball on the Bedford 25.
And here we go. 4 receivers set, 3 to the left of Aubin. McKinnis in the backfield, all he's there to block, not so much to run. McKinnis goes out for a pass. Bedford flushes Aubin out. There's a pass, intercepted. It went off the hands of McKinnis. Picked off by Bedford. running down the sideline. They've got a blockers. Could be a pick six. It is. He's heading on the sideline. The 20, the 10, touchdown. Bedford, 100-yard interception return by Luke Soden.
Well, it's intercepted and scored.
And time runs out. But a flag is down. This may not stand. Let's see what happens here. There is a flag at midfield. Holy cow.
That is one way to end the half right there.
That was incredible. Aubin was throwing, I think, to McInnes. The ball bounced off his hands like a tip drill. It went to Soden, who was at the goal line or in the end zone, not sure. And Soden just went to the sideline where he picked up a bunch of blockers and went the distance for a touchdown, but I think it's going to get called back here. Everybody's walking back. But that play took up the entire remaining 17 seconds of the half, so even if the touchdown doesn't count, it'll end the half. Here comes the call from the official. A chop block called on Bedford. So that's going to erase the 100-yard plus pick six by Luke Soden. They're going to mark him back. The block happened right around the 50-yard line. They're going to mark him back at the 36-yard line. And like I said, there's zeros on the clock, so I don't know if they're going to make him snap the ball, kneel it out here, just because you can't end a half on a penalty. So maybe they'll make him.
Typically you can't, so you usually get one free play, but where the penalty was on Bedford, not sure if that's still
Well,
stands.
I would expect them to kneel this one out.
Doesn't look like they're there.
Although they are in a shotgun here. Yep. Ball is snapped. Black kneels it out, and that's going to end the half. Wow, what an entertaining half of football if you're a Bulldogs fan. You saw three touchdowns that counted, one that got taken away, an incredible 100-yard plus pick six that got wiped out by a chop block call. But the Bulldogs are up by 18 here, 28-10 over the Dover Green Wave. Quick recap of scoring here. Dover got the ball first. Bedford had won the toss and Dover was given the first possession. They drove all the way down and it ended with a 14-yard run by McInnes to make it 7-0 Dover at 7:54. Then at 6:22, Bedford responds with a 34-yard run by Jack Rizzo on a sweep. That made it 7-7. With 34 seconds left in the first quarter, number 9, Proto. Hang on one second here. Nope, that is not his number. The kicker, Proto, I didn't write his number down. He kicked a 30-yard field goal. That made it 10-7. So that's the way the game ended at the first quarter. Then in the second quarter, Dover's driving along, but Bedford was able to intercept. Ryder Aubin returned it for 30 yards. That was Dylan Soden making the interception. The pick six made it 14-10 Bedford. Bedford gets the ball at their own 26-yard line. First play, a 74-yard run by Brody Helton made it 21-10. And then with 2:42 remaining in the half, a 17-yard touchdown pass from Black to Ledger Russell made it 28-10. And then right at the half here, on a 3rd down and 20, a throw by Aubin was picked off by Luke Soden in the end zone, who had another interception, I might add. And he ran it all the way back for a touchdown, but it got wiped out by a penalty call, a chop block. And that's where we stand right now, 28-10. You're watching and listening to Bedford football on BCTV in Bedford 105.1. We'll be back after the band. Welcome back to Dover High Stadium. where the Bulldogs lead 28-10. While we've got a moment here, we're going to get you up on some of the other action in Bedford athletics. Field hockey has an 8-5-2 record. They're in 8th place with a game remaining against Salem on Wednesday. A win will clinch a home playoff game in the opening round. Golf team finishes with a 25-2 record. Good for 2nd place, just behind Concord. Their only losses were to Concord and to Londonderry. The team championships are happening at Canterbury Woods Country Club on Tuesday, October 10th at 9 a.m. Boys soccer going on right now. It is 4-0 South, Nashua South. The boys are losing. They also lost on Monday to Winnacunnet. They're currently in 6th place, and if this score holds, they'll be 8-5 with 4 games to go. Girls soccer 10-2, good for 3rd place with a bounce-back win over Nashua South yesterday, 3-1. Next game for them is Merrimack on Tuesday the 4th, and I think we're bringing you that game on BCTV. And volleyball still perfect. They just defeated Dover 3-0 tonight. That was the number 2 team in Division 1. And as I mentioned, they had a 3-0 win, but they did have a very hard 3-2 win over Salem on Monday. And another 3-0 win against Winnacunnet on Wednesday. So with 5 games left in the season, the team is still perfect, 13-0. And that is your update of Bedford High sports. And while I've got a moment here, let's give a little shout out to the Bedford Friends of Football, a parent-led organization that functions to support the needs of our team, and they couldn't do it without their sponsors, including 10-10 Attorneys at Law, Coca-Cola Northeast, Pepsi, Stonyfield Organic, Fine Home Groups International, TJ McCartney Inc., McDonald's Brown Avenue, Realty One Group, and Treescapes by Murphy, as well as Apex Wealth Management. Thank you to our wonderful sponsors. About ready to kick it off here. Bedford with a 28-10 lead, and they will get the ball.
And deep for Bedford is number 8, Dominic Tagliaferro.
Trevor Brooks is about to kick the ball away. Dominic Tagliaferro along with Brody Helton are the deep men out at the 10-yard line. Brooks with the kick. It's a low line drive, bouncing right to Helton. He picks it up cleanly and takes off. Goes up the middle, gets by one man, and finally brought down by a group of Dover Green Wave players led by Nathaniel Wood, and they're going to mark him down at the 38-yard line. So that's where the Bulldogs will take over, 1st and 10, with an 18-point lead, 28-10 here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, we certainly saw a lot of pass-heavy play there in the first half. Seems like maybe as we go along here, we may not see quite as much of that, especially if the miss keeps up. But we'll see.
We'll see what the coaches do here. If they're going to air it out or keep it on the ground. Definitely more passing plays in the first half here. They've got 2 in the backfield here, only 2 receivers to the right. It's going to be a handoff to Helton. He cuts it up and picks up about 7 yards on that carry. They're going to mark him down at the 44-yard line.
Brought down by a host of Dover defenders.
We're going to say a 6-yard gain, 2nd down and 4 coming up here for the Bulldogs. Helton, of course, had that 74-yard run in the 2nd.
Didn't quite get through those other scores at halftime here. We'll get through some. Pinkerton up 28-10 on BG at the half. Londonderry up 17-7 on Nashua North in the late in the 3rd quarter.
Bedford. There's a handoff to Rizzo, this time to the left. 1st down yardage, and then finally brought down at the 43-yard line. Tackle there by Cohen Monahan.
Dover's number 52, Cameron Mitchell.
And Kendrick Mitchell
and number 25
for the Green Wave. McInnes also in on that tackle. So new set of downs. They're going to mark them at the 43-yard line. 1st and 10 for Bedford. 10:49 to go here in the 3rd quarter.
Actually, one quick correction on that Londonderry score already. They're up 31-7 on North late in that game. So it looks like Londonderry is going to pick up another W.
Bedford still running with 2 in the backfield. Black hangs on to it, runs up the middle. Dragged down by Bryce Carberry, but not after a 6-yard gain, 2nd and 4.
Brought down by Dover's number 11, Bryce Carberry. Second down and 6.
Some other scores around the state. Winnicott up 22-0 over Goffstown at halftime. Alvern up 13-0 on Concord at halftime. Big one, Portsmouth over Exeter 20-6 late in the 3rd quarter. And Salem down 21-8 against Wachusett of Massachusetts at halftime.
Danny Black returns from the sideline with the play call. Tight formation with just one in the backfield. Motion by Rizzo, handoff to Helton up the middle. He takes a sidestep, but brought down immediately at the line of scrimmage by number 75, Orion Jennison Henderson, I should say. And Kyle Merrill helping out as well.
Number 25, Jennison.
So 3rd down
It was number 75 for Dover.
and 5 coming up here at the 38-yard line.
3rd and 4 yards to go.
So they're going to put all the receivers to the left, 3 of them. Helton in the backfield. Here's motion from Rizzo, but Helton gets the pitch. He slipped a little bit, and he got brought down after a short gain.
Cody Helton.
They're going to mark him at the 37-yard line. He's got to get to the 35, so it's about a 4th and 2. I expect the Bulldogs to go for it here.
Ball on the 30.
Too close to punt, too far for a field goal. Black gets the call from the sideline. Go ahead.
It is pretty close to that punting range, though, distance. So you don't want to kick it into the end zone, but you don't necessarily want to give Dover.
So here we go, 4th down. They're going to call it a short 4. Like I said, they got to get to the... There's a pass in the flat, completed. It's going to be a 1st down. Rizzo gets brought down at the 27-yard line. 1st down, Bedford.
Bedford receivers number 32, Jack Rizzo.
Jack Rizzo made that catch
Number 5,
in the flat for the 1st down. And that's actually kind of a tricky catch. He had to get it over his shoulder. It was not an easy one to make.
Didn't exactly look too natural there, but he made the catch and got it done.
He had to turn in a funny way to make that catch. Anyway, 1st down for Bedford. They are at the 26-yard line. 7:54. This is the first drive of the 3rd quarter. Black hands it off to Helton. Helton gets through. Now he runs to the right sideline, driven out of bounds by McInnes. That's going to be a gain.
Driven out of bounds by number 5.
They're going to mark him down at the 24-yard line.
2nd down and 8 yards to go for the Bulldogs.
So they're going to say just a 2-yard gain there.
5-yard line.
Then mark him down at the 25. Picked up 2. I'm sure Bedford just as happy letting the clock run down here. 7:37 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Ready up 18, looking to add to that score. Black drops back. Throw over the middle. It was intended for Ledger Russell, and it was a little off the mark. Threw it behind him a little bit, so it's going to be a 3rd down and 8 coming up here. And right now, they're still a little far away, I think, for Zach Matthews to feel comfortable with a field goal, although Dylan Soden's leg has been pretty lively of late. It would probably be 43 yards if they had to kick it from here, so don't think they're going to do that. Might be 2 down territory here. Third and 8. Motion by Ledger Russell, and he gets the ball. Sweeping. Tries to get around. Nope. Couldn't do it. He had 2 Dover Green Wave players chasing him down. He couldn't get around him. Sincere Bailey and Bryce Carberry rode Ledger down for no gain, and it's going to be 4th and 8. So we'll see what the Bulldogs do here. They try a kick.
Timeout on the field.
A timeout is called. Russell actually lost 3 yards on the play, so it's 4th and 11. And I believe they're just going to go for it here on 4th down. It's too close to punt, unless it's going to be a quick kick to try to pin him down. We'll see what the Bulldogs do here. Black, a pretty good punter when he needs to be.
Yeah, I would think this deep you're probably going for it, but it is quite the 4th down attempt here.
And now we get a timeout here. What's happening? Timeout?
Timeout on the field.
No, it looks like Bulldogs might be calling that timeout. Coach Matthews saw something, wants to come up with a different play here on 4th and 10, 4th and 10 and a half. Since we've got a moment here, let's talk about the Bedford Athletic Booster Club. If I can find their script here. Yes, here it is. The Bedford Athletic Booster Club would like to thank their generous platinum sponsors, including Spectrum Marketing, Bedford Village Inn, BEI Network, London Orthodontics, Restore Hyper Wellness, Wicked Kombucha, and Looney Insurance. Their gold sponsors too, Realty One, Ethan Allen, Granite State Cabinetry, and Liberty Hill Construction. So they're back on the field now with a long 10 on 4th down. And now another timeout called by Dover. Okay, so I get to finish the script. On behalf of the 461 student athletes this season, thank you for your support. And if you're interested in becoming a corporate sponsor or an individual member, please grab a form at the concession stand at our next home football game. That'll be next Friday against Concord. Or you can go online to bbabc.net and find out how you can help out.
So, Harry, I'm not so sure that Bedford actually had taken a timeout there. I never saw any direction given from the official, and it didn't seem to be the full length there, and they were calling for the clock to be run coming out of that timeout.
Well, that is interesting.
That may have been an official's timeout. And that seemed like there was a little more confusion between the coaches there.
Timeout is over. They did indicate that it was a Dover timeout called.
On the second one.
Finally, 4th down and 10 and a half. The Bulldogs at the 25. Oh, a little razzle-dazzle here. A double reverse and a throw to the end zone too far. It was for Luke Soden, just off his fingertips. So Zach Matthews really dialing it up today, pulling out some plays. It was a handoff to Rizzo, followed by a handoff to Bennett Matthews, who is a quarterback himself, one of the backups here on the Bulldogs. Threw it just a little too far for Soden, who had single coverage in the end zone.
Yeah, listed as a wide receiver on the roster, but those in the Bedford program know that he has come up as a quarterback, so he certainly has the ability to throw it around.
So a turnover on downs here for the Bulldogs. They give the ball up at the 25-yard line. Dover takes over, 6:15 to go here in the third quarter. Bedford showing blitz. Aubin pauses, calls out a new play to his team. There's a snap. Handoff to McInnes with some speed up the middle, picks up about 3 yards. They're going to mark him at the... Actually, I think he picked up about 5 yards on that play.
Bedford's number 8, Dominic Caliaparo. 2nd down and 5 to go.
2nd and 5.
The ball on the
Bulldogs, Dover at their 32. They trail 28-10 here in the third. 3 receiver set, 1 in the backfield. It's McInnes. Handoff quick to McInnes. This time Bedford's ready. And they stop him for little to no gain. Spencer Hendershon with the tackle. They're going to mark him down at the 34-yard line, so I guess they're going to give him a yard or two.
34-yard line.
3rd down and 3.5 at the 34. Two receivers set, two in the backfield for Dover this time. And Aubin holds the ball, gets the first down, just barely. They mark him at the 40-yard line, so he gets the first down by about 2 yards.
Ball carried for Dover, number 5, Ryder Aubin.
Some of the Bedford players did have a shot at him, could have caught him for a loss, but Aubin able to escape
Brought down by
and pick up that first down.
Jack Rizzo.
So they're at the 40-yard line. First and 10, 4:54 to go here in the third quarter. Two receivers now on the left-hand side, but still handing it off right up the middle to McInnes. He's going to get about 3 yards on that play.
Number 7, Sincere Bailey. Brought down by Bedford's number 21, Alex Kuzinska.
Grudinskis with the tackle there.
Second down and 8. Dover has the ball.
Second down and 8.
3 yards.
Coming up on the 4-minute mark of the third quarter. Aubin looks to the side. The ball might have been tipped at the line of scrimmage. The passer McInnes was behind him and could have been intercepted.
Third down and 8 for the Green Wave.
So it's going to be third down now and 8 at the 42-yard line.
The ball will be placed on the Dover 43.
Here's another third down opportunity for a stop for the Bedford defense. So we'll see if Dover can.
Well, they got
again.
stopped on fourth down, turnover on downs. They'd like to stop him here. Bulldogs defense very opportunistic today with 3 interceptions. They're rushing 3 here. I guess they're expecting a pass play. Now a fourth rusher joins the fray. It's Gumas. Rizzo, he pulls back. Aubin throws it over the middle. He got it to Lewis. Lewis gets the first down, crossing over the middle. And it's another first down here for Dover.
Number 19, Peter Guazo.
Amari Lewis with the catch right there. Crossing the middle. And then picking up another 7-8 yards after the catch. So Dover keeps moving the ball. Just 2 possessions in this game so far. One for Bedford. They got stalled out on their own 25-yard line. And here's Dover driving into Bedford territory. Hand off to McInnes, puts his head down, gets nothing, runs into a wall of white shirts.
Brady McInnes, tackled by number.
And I think they might give him a yard there. So 2nd and 9 coming up here at the 43-yard line.
2nd and 9 for the Green Wave.
Bulldogs front 4 all teaming up on that stop.
Bedford 43-yard line.
Back to the line of scrimmage now. Come the Wave, Green Wave. Again, 3 receivers, but 2 in the backfield. Or actually 1. The tight end moves back to the line. Motion by Lewis. Fake a handoff to him. Aubin runs to his right. There's a flag down, could be a hold. Aubin picks up 7 yards on the play, but I think it's going to come back on a holding call.
Ryder Aubin brought down by number 21 for Bedford, Alex Winsakis. Flag on the field.
We're waiting for the official signal here. It is a hold, and it is on Dover.
Holding on Dover.
And that's going to negate a 7-yard gain on 2nd down. So the Bulldogs will accept this call and march the Green Wave back 10 yards. Not sure where the holding happened exactly. It is a spot foul.
The 3rd down and 2nd down and 20 yards to go.
It is 2nd down now.
Ball on the Dover 47-yard line.
They are at their own 48-yard line. They've got to get to the 33 to make a first. They send off 4 receivers this time, 2 on each side. Aubin, you got to get away from the rush. Wheels to his right, still running. Tries to get away, and he's going to be brought down after a pretty good gain of about 8 yards. They're going to mark him down at the Bedford 45-yard line, but it is going to be 3rd down and about 12 for the first.
That was a nice run there. He picked up most of the penalty there, for a few yards of it, to get to a 3rd and manageable here, or a 3rd and long.
So 3rd and 12 from the Bedford 45. 4 receivers out there. Aubin fakes the handoff, throws, gets the catch, but it's going to be short of a first down. He hits McInnes right at the 35-yard line. He's going to be short about 2 yards. It'll be 4th down and 2 coming up here.
First down for Dover.
They're saying first down. I don't think it's a first down. It is a 4th down, and they're going to say 1. So they're short by a yard. Give them the forward progress to about the 33.5-yard line. 4th and short. They're going to send everybody out there. Aubin alone in the backfield, but he decides to sneak it himself, and I think he got just enough for the first down.
It's going to be close.
And a Dover player looks like he's hurt. It is number 64, Kyle Merrill, getting up gingerly. But he's going to stay in the game. He looks a little wobbly. Just trying to walk it off. So first down, new set of downs here for Dover. Clock is running. 39 seconds left in the half. And away we go. 29 seconds left here in the quarter. 4 receiver set here. Dover marching. Aubin, quick pass out to the flat. He hits Sincere Bailey. Runs up the sideline, finally tackled there by Dylan Soden. Picks up a good chunk of yards there, about 7 yards on first down. Clock is running, 5, 4, 3. It's going to be the end of the 3rd quarter with the Dover Green Wave threatening the score here. They're down to the 27-yard line, looks like, 25-yard line. And after 3 quarters, it is Bedford 28 and Dover 10. No scoring in that 3rd quarter after we had a bunch of scoring in the 2nd.
Yeah, definitely more defensive there. Had a couple long drives there. Actually, really just these 2 drives, if I'm not mistaken.
Just
quarter,
2,
right?
yep.
Yeah.
Bedford took it all the way down to about the 25-yard line. Do a little trickery on 4th and 8. We're able to get a pass away off the fingertips of Luke Soden in the end zone. Incomplete pass, turned the ball over on downs, and then Dover has been driving ever since. Methodical drive here, getting down to 3rd and 4th down, but converting every time.
Yeah, it's certainly quite the contrast between the 3rd and 2nd quarters as far as number of possessions, that's for sure. Just the scoring going on.
So another 12 minutes to go in this game, regulation play. Bedford needing to hang on here with an 18-point lead. This has definitely been the biggest challenge they've seen this season. It's the most points scored against them this season, 10 points. They were able to come up with 3 interceptions in that 2nd quarter. And all those interceptions, or 2 of them anyway, came in the red zone. So they're very timely interceptions. So here we go, fourth quarter begins. Empty backfield for Dover, 5 receivers out there. Bailey with the motion. Aubin's got time, looks, pulls the ball down, directing Bailey to move, but he gets taken down and a sack by number 54, Spencer Henrishon. That's going to be a loss of about 5 yards back to the 38-yard line.
third down and 16 yards to go. Ball.
So Aubin had tons of time to find an open receiver, and he was kind of directing traffic. He was telling Bailey to do something, but while he was doing that, Henrishon closed in on him and took him down for a sack. A 6-yard loss. It's second, should be second and 16. Nope, third and 16, according to the yard marker.
Yes, third down.
Here's motion again by Bailey. And they're going to call a motion. Yep, two members of the team in motion. A 5-yard penalty here on the Dover Green Wave. They're going to march him back. It'll be 3rd and 21. Penalties got the Dover Green Wave in trouble today.
They've certainly been a killer. Against a team like Bedford, you have to play a pretty flawless game to be able to.
Not that Bedford's been very clean. They've had 2 big penalties that gave Dover new life on a couple of plays. One, a too many men that reversed a possession, and another, a chop block that eliminated a 100-yard plus pick 6 at the end of the first half. So here we go now. 3rd and 21. They are at the 42-yard line, Bedford 42. The snap. Aubin's got a rush, makes the throw. Down the field, misses everybody. It was intended for Bailey, threw it too far. 4th down coming up now. And I have to imagine they will go for it here. Down by 18. They are only 10:29 left in regulation.
One would think, especially halfway through the first quarter, I would not have expected this game to be more or less out of hand as it's gotten to at this point early in the 4th quarter.
Oh, Dover's a dangerous team. I wouldn't quite say out of hand, but it is a 3-score game with 10:29 left. But yeah, when the game started, it looked like it was going to be a horse race between 2 thoroughbred teams. 4th down here. Aubin back to pass, waiting. He's got time, looking. He's got a rusher behind him, and Goomis hit him from behind, knocked him down, sack on 4th down. Bedford takes over on downs. So the last 2 possessions both ended on 4th downs, both turnover on downs. Bedford's going to get the ball on their own 49-yard line. You know, I don't know what Aubin is seeing out there, but he's not finding any open receivers. The Bedford secondary is doing a tremendous job taking away all Aubin's options, and Aubin must have had about 5 or 6 seconds on that play. You would think if somebody was open, he would have found him, but he just waited until Goomis came from behind and took him down.
Yeah, and it certainly seems like Bedford made some adjustments there at the half, and certainly keying in on their guys a bit better, and coverage has been a lot tighter. Well,
let's see what Coach Matthews does here. I think he's going to limit the playbook here to mostly running plays. And yep, he gives it to Helton, gets through the first line, still moving, and he breaks through. Here he goes, it's a race. Helton, touchdown. 51 yards. Touchdown number 15 on the year for Brody Helton. He did it again. He got through that first line of defense, and then it was a race. Bailey couldn't catch him. He was the last guy who could have caught him, and he couldn't do it.
Just when you think you're going to see some run plays, so maybe run a little bit of clock down, get one play, and he's already in the end zone. So pretty productive drive right there.
So we're waiting for Soden on the extra point here. So at the 10:04 mark, 51-yard touchdown run by Brody Helton. We're going to get an offsides on Dover here. It looks like McInnes. Yep, he jumped the gun. And that's going to reduce. Well, let's see what Bedford's going to do here. Are they going to go for 2 instead? They might. Now they only have 1 yard to get it. So Coach Matthews pulls off the extra point team and puts his 2-point conversion team out there. Let's see what the play call is. Helton's in the backfield. I'd say the odds are pretty good it's going to go to Helton here. Just one receiver out there, Luke Soden, all the way out to the right. Everybody else in tight. Handoff. It's going to be a pass. And it's complete to Kevin Sheridan for the two-point conversion. I thought they were in trouble because Soden slipped on the field, and I thought he was the target. But then out of nowhere, Kevin Sheridan appears, gets the pass. Bedford gets the two-point conversion. They lead now 36-10.
36.
Yeah, it certainly helps to have another guy right there to kind of go for it, but in case one goes down, you got the backup.
Yeah, I didn't think Sheridan was going to be involved in the passing play there. I think Soden was the only one, and he was open, but the turf monster got him, took him down, and I'm not sure what, but like I said, Sheridan luckily was right there, and Black saw him and got the pass to him. So 26-point lead now for the Bulldogs, 36-10 now with 10:04 to go in regulation. Brody Helton scoring two touchdowns today, a 74-yard run and a 51-yard run. He started the day with 805 yards of rushing.
And to receive the kick for Dover now is
he might be close to 1,000 yards right now. So Dylan Soden tees the ball up. McInnes is back along with Amari Lewis for Dover. The official gives the signal. Soden sends a line drive that goes right to Jackson Brock. Good hands there. That thing was moving when he caught it right at the 35-yard line. And that's where Dover will take over.
10 yards to go.
So we know Dylan Soden can kick it high and far, but I think they're trying a little trickery here. Those pooch kicks and those line drives, trying to cross up the Green Wave special teams on kickoffs.
Yeah, these are the times to do that. I mean, tonight's game has gotten a little, not totally away from Dover, but it looks like Bedford is in a strong position here and certainly have a handful of more games coming up where maybe some more room for that. So
Dover band playing happy birthday for somebody. Like to know who it is. We wish him a happy birthday. There's a snap. Aubin keeps the ball. Brought down right there by Spencer Henrishon from behind, but not after he picked up about 3 yards on first down.
Number 57.
So they're going to mark him at the 38.
Down and 6 yards to go. Ball on the Dover 47-yard line.
2nd and 6, 4-yard gain there by Aubin. Aubin calling the play out to his team. 3 receivers plus a tight end. McInnes in the backfield looking at the sideline for the call. There's a snap. Now Aubin keeps it. Looks like it's going to be an option. It is. Pitches out to McInnes. Picks up a few more yards. Gets knocked out of bounds at the 41-yard line.
Number 3, Bennett Matthews.
So we're coming up on 3rd and 4, 3rd and 5. We'll say 3rd and 5.
We're down in 6 yards.
At the
Green Wave, the ball
Dover 39-yard line here. 9:12 to go. Bedford up 36-10. They send out 3 receivers. Aubin in the shotgun with McInnes. Rizzo looks like he's going to blitz. Now he drops back. Henrishon breaks through. Throws it to Lewis a little low. Hits him in the hands. Drops to the ground. It's going to be 4th down and 6. We'll see if Dover goes here or if they kick it away.
The ball on their own 39-yard line.
Looks like they're going to go for it. Ledger Russell now enters the game as Jake Sheff runs off. Quick substitution here. They're going to send out 5 receivers on this play. Aubin all by himself in the backfield. They need to get to the 44-yard line for a first down. Aubin throws, finds his man. Allen, or Carberry, the tight end, catches it at the 50-yard line, runs for another 5, so they convert 4th down into Bedford territory onto the 45-yard line. Fresh set of downs here for the Green Wave. They got 9 minutes to work with, but trail by 26 points, 36-10.
Carberry coming up there with another big grab. He's had a few of those tonight on these drives, especially on 3rd or 4th down, and goes to extend Dover's drive here.
Snap and handoff to Carberry, following blockers, but still brought down by Kevin Sheridan, number 88, after about a 4-yard gain. They're going to mark him down at the 42-yard line, 42 and a half.
2nd down and 7.
They'll call it a 2nd down and 7. Give him 3 yards on the play. Clock ticking away, 8:15 now. The mist has cleared up. Things have dried out considerably out there. Handoff. Sincere Bailey able to pick up about 3 yards. Never went down, but the officials blew the whistle saying his forward progress was stopped. They're going to mark him at the 39-yard line. So 3rd down and 4 coming up here.
Down by Bedford, number 21, Alex Grudinskis.
Alex Grudinskis with the tackle.
3rd down and 4 yards to go for Dover. The ball on the Bedford 38-yard line.
Tight formation here this time. Bedford sneaking up to the line of scrimmage. Aubin looking, throws, finds Carberry, and he gets the 1st down all the way to the 25-yard line. And that was a really, he was really threading the needle there between a couple of Bedford defenders to complete that pass. So new set of downs, 1st down at the 26-yard line. Dover moving the ball now with 7:16 to go.
The ball is on Bedford's 26-yard line.
Carberry's been his favorite target, especially on 3rd and 4th down. Aubin with the snap, hands it off. That's Bailey again, picks up about 3 yards up to the 23-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 7 coming up.
Tackled by Bedford number 21, Alex.
Next Bedford football game, our next broadcast will be at home Friday the 13th. Nothing unlucky about that. They'll be hosting the Concord Crimson Tide. 7 o'clock kickoff. Broadcast begins at 6:45. Another snap. Aubin has to evade the rush, runs away, but Kevin Sheridan brings him down after about a 2-yard gain. Mark him down at the 22-yard line.
By number 88 for Bedford, Kevin Sheridan.
So it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up here
3rd down and 5
as we come up to the 6-minute mark. Any more scores around D1 to report there, Andrew?
Well, we were just talking about the next opponent in Concord next week. They're currently trying a comeback against Alvern. They're down 12-19 with 2 minutes to go in the 4th quarter.
Calling it 3rd and 6. Aubin finds Carberry in the flat. Carberry caught by the ankles by Luke Soden and then finished off by Tagliaferro and Grudinskis. It's going to be another 4th down here as they've got him marked at the 20-yard line. So 4th and 4, 4th and 5 coming up here.
5 yards to go for Dover. Ball on the Bedford 20-yard line.
Obviously going for it here, down 26 points. The snap. Aubin quickly turns, almost intercepted by Bennett Matthews, who read the play. The pass was intended for Amari Lewis. Dove for it and couldn't come up with the ball, but it doesn't matter. Bedford gets it back here with 5:05 left, and we'll see if Coach Matthews puts in some bench players here. We'll see if Jack Mayle will come in, kind of finish up, mop up duty, get a few bench players a little bit of time. They're going to call timeout here. So I will suspect that they're getting Jack May ready to come in here. Want to say hello to Roger Brown, who stopped by the press box here, covering this game for the Union Leader.
We've got a couple score finals here. Portsmouth Clipper Cats improved to 6-0 with a 26 win against Exeter.
So 20-6 is the final. Portsmouth Oyster River over Exeter.
Yep. So they stay undefeated and probably in that number 4 spot in the power poll. And then we also had Londonderry went final against Nashua North. Pull the final. That was a 31-7 final at Nashua North.
The team is coming back to the field after that timeout, and looks like Black is still out there. So is Helton. So starters is still out there for Bedford. 5:05 left in regulation. Black is going to air it out here. Oh, just out of the reach of Soden. He tried to go for it all. He had single coverage and just overthrew his receiver.
Second down and 10, the ball on the Bedford 20-yard line.
So second down and 10 coming up. A little surprised by that call, but I think Coach Matthews said today that he wanted an opportunity to kind of work out his air attack a little bit. We'll see what Bedford does here on second down. Just one receiver out there. Luke Soden split out to the left. It's a handoff on a sweep to Bennett Matthews. He evades one tackler, gets the first down, finally brought down at the 42-yard line. Tackle there by Toby DeRoches, among others, for the Green Wave. So another first down for the Bulldogs. And the clock rolls with 4:52 to go. They are at the 41-yard line, their own 41.
Certainly Bedford does have quite the lead here, but certainly closer than some of the other games they've had, so still has the opportunity to get a few offensive plays in here with the starters.
One receiver, this time Soden is off to the right, handoff to Helton. He breaks through, here we go, another race. McGinnis had an angle on him, slowed him down. He got away from him, but then finally caught from behind by Hector Martinez, I think it is. Correction, number 89, Caden Joy. Wow, Helton, he puts on a show every time he gets the ball. He broke through the line. Looked like he was heading for the end zone, but McInnes put the Jets on. Didn't tackle him, but slowed him down long enough for his teammates to come catch up. But it's now 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs at the 10-yard line.
I may have lost count there, but say there were at least 4 or 5 Dover defenders there near the tackle. It took to take him down there. So
I mean, he's shifty. He was just moving left to right, and like I said, finally it took Joy from behind to bring him down, but a number of receivers are surrounding him, unable to corner him for a tackle. So here we go. 2 in the backfield. Russell gets the handoff. He's going to sweep for the end zone. Dives for it. It's not going to make it. It's going to be short out at the, I think, 3-yard line. So we're going to say about a 6 or 7-yard gain there for Ledger Russell. Sincere Bailey with the tackle right there.
Second and goal for the Bulldogs.
Clock stops with the play out of bounds, 3:46. They're going to say Russell went out at the 5, so second and goal from the 5. Helton is still out there. He's already got 2 touchdowns on the day, a 51-yarder and a 74-yard run, and a couple of other big runs as well. I think he might be pushing 1,000 yards on the year. He started the day at 805 yards. Helton gets the handoff, cuts inside for the touchdown. So Helton gets his 3rd touchdown, his 16th on the year.
Bedford ball carriers, number
And
26,
Bedford is
Brody
up
Helton.
now 42-10 with the extra point coming up.
In to try the extra point is number 23, Dylan Soden.
So at the 3:42 mark, a 5-yard touchdown run by Helton. Extra point coming up. Up, and that was wide
Soden's
to the
shot
left.
is no good. The score with 3 minutes and 42 seconds.
So that makes it 42-10 with 3:42 to play.
And Bedford Bulldogs 42.
Let's give you a recap of the scoring. Dover first on the board. They got the ball first after Bedford deferred. 7:54 mark. 14-yard run by
Brady McInnes.
Brady McInnes. Made it 7-0 Dover. Bedford responded. Jack Rizzo on a sweep, 34 yards out, 7-7.
And number 10, Tony DeAndre.
And then a 30-yard field goal by Prado for Dover made it 10-7. And from that point on, it was all Bedford. Second quarter, a 30-yard pick six by Dylan Soden made it 14-10 Bedford. Brody Helton's 74-yard touchdown run made it 21-10. And then a 17-yard touchdown pass to Ledger Russell made it 28-10. That's how the half ended. No scores in the third quarter. Fourth quarter, 51-yard run by Helton made it 36-10. Fumble on the kickoff, covered up by McInnes. He's going to get the ball on the 12-yard line. And then finally, you just heard Helton right there with a 3-yard run to make it 42-10. Extra point, no good there. 3:39 to go. Dover will just finish out the clock here, we assume.
On its own 15-yard line.
Despite the score, I think Dover really put on a quality performance. They're an obviously high-quality offense. Aubin is a finalist or one of the nominees for the Ukeka Player of the Year award, along with Brody Helton. And the Dover's been able to move the ball quite well between the 20-yard lines. A timeout for Dover. I guess it's a little confusion there.
Timeout Dover.
They moved the ball well. I think they gained. We don't have stats available to us, but I think if you looked at them, there's some pretty good yardage gained by the Green Wave. It's just that they couldn't punch it in. They couldn't punch it in late. Whatever, they were moving the ball at will at the beginning of the game. And somehow Bedford was able to adjust and just close everything off, especially in the red zones.
Well, and they had those 2 straight interceptions there, the first one going back for 6. So that certainly did not help and brought the momentum in Bedford's direction. And then they were able to get that 4th down stop and force them to punt after that. So. And
of course, let's not forget the 100-plus yard pick six by Luke Soden that was taken off the board by a chop block call. He still got credit for the interception, though. So here we go, 3:39 to play. Dover is on their 12-yard line, handoff up the middle. Tackle made by the Bedford front. They get it up to the 15-yard line, 3-yard gain.
Dover ball carrier is number 41, Gabriel Murdoch.
It looks like there's a change of quarterback too. Cooper Gagne is in now, the sophomore, number 9. So Aubin's day is done. 2nd down and 7 coming up here. Under 3 minutes to play. Gagne alone in the backfield. Now he signals for motion man. hands it off, and sweep out of bounds at the 20-yard line. The runner, Tony Dandria, seeing some new names and faces out there for the Green Wave.
Dean
Poltrinari with the tackle there, so Coach Matthews also getting some bench players out there, getting a little playing time. Those players getting a little less playing time this game, as Coach Matthews wanted to make sure that the Green Wave were put away before he put his bench players in. 3rd down and 4 coming up. Gagne in the shotgun. Takes the snap, throws out to the flat to Dandria, but he's surrounded, and he's going to be dropped for a loss.
So the receiver is number 10, Dandria.
And the tackle made there, the first tackle there, James Timulovic. So it's going to be a loss of 2 there. 4th down and 7. I guess they're going to punt the ball away here. Nathaniel Wood will take the honors of punting the ball. He'll be standing back on his own goal line. 2:25 left. Bedford not even sending anybody deep. They'll just let the ball roll. Taking their time here. Clock rolling. 2:12. Oh, snap hits the ground. But Wood is able to pick the ball up off the ground, and we're going to get a very good positive roll for the Green Wave. It gets stopped right at the Bedford 45-yard line, and that's where Bedford will take over. I'm trying to do the math here. If Bedford can kneel out 2 minutes and 2 seconds, considering that each possession is, they've got a 40-second play clock, so.
The penalty is roughing the kicker.
Yes.
A penalty has been called.
Well, by 2 seconds.
Roughing the kicker. So we'll see what happens here. If it's a roughing call, it'll be an automatic first. I'm a little surprised that they called roughing, considering that there was essentially a fumble on the snap. So they're going to walk this off, and they'll just say running into the kicker, not enough for a first down. So they'll kick it again. Wood will be back at his 5-yard line, this time kicking. The ball will be at the 20. And the whistles blow. What happened? Timeout, Dover. Okay, so
Timeout, Dover.
Why not?
Well, we do have a couple other final scores from around the state. Pinkerton taking it to BG there later in the game, 56-17 final to stay undefeated there. And then
we thought that would be a closer game.
We did, yeah. BG came out and had a strong game against Timberlane last weekend. But certainly Pinkerton is a very strong squad this year, and they beat Londonderry, and they're certainly going to be one of the top seeds in the playoffs when the tournament comes.
I'm going to assume the boys soccer final is 4-0 Nashua South.
I believe so.
And Bedford volleyball against number 2 Dover. They swept them 3-0, 3 sets to none. Here we go, finally. Wood back at the 5, gets a better snap this time, kicks the ball. And Bedford send a player back there. Oh, it looks like a face mask on that play. It was Thomas Braga, who picked the ball up the 50, got pulled down at the 45-yard line. And I really thought the hand was in the face mask there, but no call, so the officials are closer than I am. So now with 1:44 to go, I think Bedford will just kneel this out.
Bedford will take over the ball on their own 45-yard line.
And yes, it is Jack Mayen now, the backup, the number 2 quarterback for Bedford, who will take the snap, hand it off. It looks like Alex Corvo was the ball carrier, got 6 yards there. Got it into Dover territory up to the 48-yard line. 90 seconds to go.
Bedford ball carrier comes 21 hours to 2.
Teams are huddling up. 1:17 left here.
2nd and 3.
3 yards to go for a first. Corvo is in the backfield. And he gets the ball, makes the cut, gets swarmed and brought down for a yard gain. He'll be short of the first. 40 seconds left. That should be the final play of the game. Maybe just one more handoff.
Caden Joy. 3rd and 1.
Don't forget our next broadcast next Friday night. Back home for the Concord Crimson Tide. Kickoff at 7. Broadcast begins at 6:45, and my usual partner, Corey Munster-Tiger, will be back for that game.
Yeah, it'll be great to have Corey back for that one.
3rd down and 1, and May kneels it out, and that's going to do it. Your final, 42-10. Bedford remains perfect on the year at 6-0. Although the shutout streak is broken.
Football game for the Green Wave is at home.
Still an impressive performance by the defense, especially in that second quarter, coming up with 3 interceptions, including a pick 6. So for our Bedford crew, Andrew Fenn producing, and Caitlin Fitzgerald up above us in the the second floor of the press box, operating the camera. We wish you a good night, and you've been watching Bedford football on BCTV and Bedford 105.1. Good night, everybody.